I know you might appreciate me, but I'm going to show you how to depreciate. Okay. So, depreciation is, as it says, the loss of an asset over time. So, you might buy something, buy a printer, and then it slowly loses money as it goes along. A car, microphone, pretty much anything loses value over time. So, this is what depreciation is. Now, there are two different types. We've got straight line depreciation, which is like simple interest. So here's our straight line. Let's do this. Our straight line depreciation. Can you see how similar it looks to our simple interest formula? And so it's losing money at a constant rate based on how much it cost right at the beginning. So your printer was 100 Rand, depreciates at 10%, it's losing 10 Rand every year, and after 10 years, it's worth nothing. Okay, reducing balance depreciation, however, looks a little bit more like our compound interest. It's based on a percentage of the previous year. So that printer, 10%, the first year it loses 10 Rand, so it's worth 90 Rand. In the next year, when it's losing 10%, it's losing 10% of 90 Rand, so it's losing 9 Rand. So it's losing less and less each year, and won't ever quite approach. It'll approach but never quite get to zero. Because remember, the printer in the first example lost 10 Rand every year, and that's it. And if it's a percent, okay, cool. Let's do one. Let's do an example. So the computer is valued at 20,000 Rand. There it is, 20,000, and it depreciates at 20% per annum on a straight line basis. Okay, straight line basis is saying straight line depreciation, like simple interest. Determine the value of the computer at the end of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 years and plot a graph of the computer's value over the 5-year period. Okay, so let's go through it. After the first year, we've got determine the value of the computer at the end of 1 year. Well, we've lost 20%, so let's use our formula. A equals, so maybe this one here we can say like after 1 year. A equals 20,000 Rand, 1 minus N, or 1 year, times 20%, 20%, and that gives us, into our calculator, 16,000 Rand. And if we didn't have our formula, well, 20% is a fifth, so a fifth of 20,000 is 4,000. So here we go. It started here at 20,000 and it got there. Now it's already going to be a straight line graph, so what do you think the rest is going to look like? So let's go through to our value of our 20,000 Rand computer. 1 minus, after 2 years, 2 times 0, 2 equals, into the calculator, well, it's losing another 4,000 Rand. So we're down to 12,000. Remember, for this one, we're losing the same amount each time. Now I'm going to leave you just to do the same for each year. We know that we're losing 4,000 Rand every year, and you can plug it into the formula, and you'll see that, here we go, 3, 4, 5, plot a graph, plot, 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 plot. We can put some, connect those dots, and we know it's going to be a straight line through all the dots. Okay, so there's the kind of simple interest depreciation, and the other way we could look at it is reducing balance. So in reducing balance, let's say we've bought a truck, 180,000 Rand, and it's reducing at 15% per annum. But it's a reducing balance, which means that it's based on the previous year. So now we're going A equals P1 minus I to the power of N. Right, there it is, 1 minus I to the power of N. And we're going to do that to the power of 1, the power of 2, power of 3, power of 4, power of 5. Now it's not going to reduce away to 0. And we're going to plot that on a graph as well. So we're going to look at that, and we're going to go equals. What happens if we put our 180,000 rand? 1 minus 15%, 0.15, and we did that to the 1. And then we did the same thing. So that's after, this is maybe after 1 year. After 2 years is 180,000 rand. 1 minus 0.15, this time to the 2 years. And you're going to get a whole lot of different values. 153,000. And then you put that in and you get 130,000. No, 130,050. Okay, and if you plot this, we start at our 180. But what you'll notice is that if you plot it, it looks a little bit more like this graph, our exponential. Well, it ends in the exponent, so it looks more like an exponential. Okay, that's that one. Up next is our last bit, sinking funds. Goodbye.